Welcome to ProgrammingDoor. So far we have learned about how to create a table, how to create a constraints, what are the constraints, what are the different types of constraints. All those things we have already seen. Now we will learn about alter, rename, truncate, drop. Why do we need this? For example, if we have created a table, but we want to modify the table structure. I mean, we have to suddenly we got a requirement where we have to add a new column in the existing table, but that table has a lot of records, so we cannot drop the table. In that scenario, what we can do is we can alter the table to add the column. So if I'll say in layman term, this is the meaning. Otherwise, I can say that the definition of an existing table or a relation can be altered by alter table statement. This allows a new column to be added, existing column can be dropped, and it can be modified. The values of newly added columns are considered to be null and can be updated using an update statement. Okay. Now let's see the example one by one. So first of all, we should be having a table. Now let's create a table. I'm going to create a table called employee. I'm not adding here any constraints. We will add it by using alter command. Okay, now let me create it. So we have created the table. If we want to check the structure of the table, we can use a keyword called describe table name employee. Now what it will do, it will show me the structure of the table, what is the data type, all those things, all the details. And there is one more way, but that is limited to SQL developer. This is dependent on the editors. In different editor you can find different options. In SQL developer we have this option. In find objects, how I can do that? Let's here see. If I click on find objects, it will come here. Now I will I will pass the table name. Here I can see the details of the table. I can insert, I can do anything that I want with the table. Now here we can see the data. Since we don't have right now, it is not showing. We can see here we can see the constants and everything. In fact, the SQL query which is created when we created a table, so there is a SQL query generated that we call DDL, because it is a data definition we created. We did a define the table. So that is a data definition. And this is the schema. Here the table name, all the columns, and these are the data related to now let's go to the topic and let's add a column, then we will drop, then we will modify. Okay, now I'm just going to add a table. What I will do is alter table employee. I'm going to add a column testing varchar 2 10. Okay, something is wrong. Alter table name, invalid alter table option. Alter table name, add varchar 2. Okay, so now the table is altered. We can see, let me see, select star from employee. We can see here one more column testing is created. Okay, now let's drop this column. Okay, in order to do that, what we can do is alter table employee drop column testing. We just have to pass the column name. So it is altered now. Now we can see testing column is gone. Okay, and now we will create this column again. because I want to show you how to modify a column. So when I say modify a column means we are going to modify the column's data type or the size. We can do that. Okay. Alter table employee modify testing where to now the size was 10. I will add here 15. Okay, so table is altered now. If I will check, the column is here. Now I want to see the structure because I want to see the size. So this is how we can check the size of the table. Okay, so now this was for the employee, sorry, for altered. Now there is one more thing I wanted to talk about. By altering the table, we can in fact add constants also. Now I want to, so here see, if you have noticed, I have not added any constants, right? I said that I will be adding up by using constants. So I'm going to create a primary key on this emp code column. Okay, so this is how we can do alter table name, add constant name, the primary key. See, the table employee is altered. Now let's see here. We'll go here, constants, click on constants. Here we can see the constant, and here in the below column is showing. So we have the constant name generated, it is enabled. Okay, one more thing I wanted to inform. For example, if I'll insert, okay, now select star from this one. Let's drop the column first, testing. Okay, alter table. Why I'm dropping? Because I have already created this insert statement, and here I'm inserting the data in all the columns. That's why I don't want to insert any data in testing. So alter table employee drop column testing. Okay, now let me see. Okay, now let's insert the data. I am going to insert the data here. So what happened here? Do we have any data? Okay, I could see 3 records are inserted. For fourth, it is giving some error. What is the error? Insert into employee this value too large for column system employee. Okay, employee name I gave 10. What is size? 1? Let me see. Okay, so I want to find the size of this particular data. It is saying the size is too large. Now I don't want to count it. So there is a function in Oracle called length. I will just pass here. Okay, let's find the length from dual. Okay, so the length of this word is 15. That's why it is saying it is too large and it is not allowing me to insert. Let's delete few of them. Now you can see the value is inserted. Now here's a catch. The catch is, just now we saw that if I am selecting the data, select the table, I could see the records. But if I'll create a new session and then I will try to search, select start from employee, then it will not show data. Why? Because I have not yet committed. So if I will roll back, the data will be gone from this particular session. So here You can see data is gone. Now let's reinsert it. Select. Now let's commit. Okay, I have committed it. So insert is a DML command. For that, for every DML, data manipulation language, insert is a DML command. So any DML command, for any DML command, we have to commit. Otherwise it will not insert the data actually in another session. So basically, physically the data will not be there in the database unless we are committing. So now if we search here, the data we can see here as well. Okay, so that was for the rollback and related to session. Now let's back to our topic. Here what I wanted to show here is you remember I created a constraint on employee code, right? So we created a constraint on employee. Okay, here we have created a constraint on employee table for emp code column. Now I want to create a constraint on emp name, but since here we have different values, it will allow me to create the constraint on emp name column. Now let's see, let's insert this value again. See, unique constraint gave me for emp code. Now I'm adding the 105. It allowed me to insert, but if you notice, I have added the duplicate record for emp name, designation and salary. Since we have the duplicate record for emp name, if I will try to create a constraint on emp name, it will not allow me after altering. So sorry, with the help of altering. Let's see. Now you saw that after creating a table, we created a primary key on emp code because we had distinct unique records. Now I am going to create empn primary key. Okay, so one more thing here, we cannot create two primary key constraints on one table. Let's first try that. Okay, I want to show that first. Emp name. Now I'm going to create. See, it gave me table can have only one primary key. Let's see if I will change the constraint name, what will happen. Even if I change the constraint name, it is saying table name can have only one primary key. True. But I want to create primary key on both the columns, right? Because I want to show you. So first of all, let's drop the constraint from here. Okay, from the first column we will drop the constraint. This is the constraint. Shit. Just a minute. Okay, drop constraint. What is the constraint name here? empk. So it is saying the syntax is wrong actually. So as we created for creating the constraint after creating the table, what we did is we used alter command, right? So for this also we will do the same thing. This is wrong statement. Okay, now let's do this alter employee drop constraint and constraint name altered table. Okay, now it is altered. If we see now, it should not show me any constraint here because we have dropped the constraint. So here it is not showing, right? Now let's go and let's try to create a constraint on this is not here in the table. Now let's create this on employee name. It should not allow him. It should not allow me to create. Why? Because we saw that, right? Here we have duplicate records. Let's see if it allows. So here it is saying cannot validate primary key violated. So it is saying attempted to validate a primary key with duplicate values or null values. So it found two duplicate value in this table. That's why it did not allow us to create primary key on this. Okay. Now let's, this is a different thing. Now back to the first topic. The first topic was I want to create primary key in the same table on two columns. So what is the possibility? The possibility is we can create primary key. I guess in one of my video I have already told this. We can create primary key on two columns in one table. Like more than one columns, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, any column. We can create primary key on more than one or more than one columns in one table, but we cannot create two constraints of primary key. Getting? Okay, let me show you. Employee code. So this is the constraint name employee. Okay, let me show you. This is the constraint name primary key. I am giving two columns. Okay, see, it is altered. So I believe I have already shown this constants, primary key constants video already. You can go through with that. I'll paste the link in the description. Okay, now done with the alter. Let's see what is rename. Now I created a table. By mistake, I gave some wrong name to the table, or in future I'm going to change the table name. How we can do that? So this is the way we can do. Okay, what we can do is rename old table to new table, emp1 2 I'm giving. Okay, so table renamed. Now if I will try to select chart from employee, not show. Why? Because we don't have the employee table, we have emp2 table, right? We have emp2 with the same data. So this is what rename does. Truncate we use to delete the data from the table without deleting the structure of the table. So it will truncate will delete all the data. Truncate table emp2. Okay, now table is truncated. Let's see, we don't have any data, right? Now drop table will drop the structure of the table as well. So drop table name. Okay, so we have already altered the name, renamed the employee. Okay, now if I will try to select from this table, it should give me error. Table or view does not exist. Okay, so table is dropped. That's it for this video. We will learn more about Oracle features in the next video. Till that, bye. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you.